I just had my last super spicy Ebenezer squab, and we are leaving HKOC for the last time. World's #2 young university, although it feels like world's #20 or something. I'm very excited for my ongoing travel to Cambodia and Thailand, and for some reason Kuwait. No idea what that will entail. Seems expensive, but interesting. Hello from Don Mueang Airport. This is the LaGuardia of Bangkok. This is the second airport, and it is very bad. Possibly the worst airport I've ever been in. Good charging, actually. That's about the only problem. That being said, I'm not getting any sleep because these benches are bad. Also, the tap water tastes terrible. I'm not sure if it's tap water. It's drinking water of some sort. Should I be drinking that? My only friend on earth. Hello. First impression so far, similar to Colombo, many more Yugoslav war references. Not sure what's up with that. Cuban embassy. Interesting place, people are very friendly. But feels surprisingly like Sri Lanka so far. I went to a joint ATM and coffee shop. Somehow good coffee. Like, quite good. No idea. To US. While enjoying my free bread, which is very nice, I have discovered that Cambodia is actually part of the civilized world, as in it drives on the right. First time, I think, in 4 months, other than that brief thing to Shenzhen, I've been in a right-hand drive country. I was just walking around when I think the presidential motorcade came around, and I was forced to stand still for a while. Why is this temple also in an apartment complex? I have no idea. But very interesting. Like, I like this a lot. There's a lot of hustle bustle, but pretty orderly, like not touts. I mean, very pretty. Great nature. Cool architecture, a lot of the colonial French stuff, which you expect from the whole Indo-Chinese history. Kind of cool just taking what I've read in books and things like that and seeing it in the real world. Interesting flags there. US, Sri Lanka, Nepal, China, Australia. I'm overhearing some tasteful reggae music right by Wat Phnom, a very historic Buddhist Wat, just local style Theravada in Southeast Asia of doing temples. Absolutely gorgeous. One of the most casual religious atmospheres. It's not like a true preserved cultural site. It has no religious significance. People are praying. Also, there are just Coca-Cola bottles and loud ringtones, so it's a mix. In today's episode of Phnom Penh, before dark, the night market, before dark, not much is happening. It's always fun seeing those rivers that you always learn in textbooks in real life. They all are just kind of water, but some are more impressive than others. I mean, the color is not particularly impressive. There's a lot of plastic in this one, but Mekong is quite nice. I see why it is kind of the heartland of so much Southeast Asia, and why it's problematic that it's so polluted. What does plant-based coffee mean? Like parting the Red Sea. You never know what you'll find here. First, Yugoslav war Caesar streets, now Herbalife benches. Definitely some strange callbacks. They always end up at promenades like this. Walked on a dock for a while, met a guy from San Jose who was complaining about Ukraine aid, and we're here. I have no idea what this is. Very expansive. It goes to a different island, makes up the city. But yeah, there are some ministries here, but definitely a different vibe than all the traditional architecture you can see over there. Seems to be a very lazy Thursday. Not many people about. Every shop I walk into, not many people. Just people wandering around. Seems like there's some government thing going on as well, so there's less traffic. So, much less chaos than as a small thing. Oh, this is more of a downtown than Houston has. It's not even the actual downtown area. It's just a random place I'm walking to, adjacent to where I want to go. Hello and welcome to the backpacker ghetto. There's a Starbucks. I saw a guy with a backpack. You know what time it is. I know what time it is. Day one, walking across the highway. Every single time. Tuk-tuks are asking me, why don't you join us? Don't want to. Do not want to join them. Walking across the highway is so much fun. Hello from the middle of nowhere. But it's a slight rest stop on the trip to Siem Reap. Field. Burning pile of garbage right next to me. But that's quite fun. I decided to not go to the restaurant, instead buy some Oreos and walk in wherever the hell this is. Why? Some questions are unanswerable. That's an aggressive street dog. Yeah, just getting a sense of what Cambodia is like beyond the two largest cities. Quite interesting. Surprisingly developed, surprisingly clean. From what I've seen. This is tourism. I do not give a crap about what you think tourism is. This is tourism. Walking on a road, being greeted by school children, by yourself, while the rest of the bus is eating overpriced lunch. I just saw a sign saying welcome to Siem Reap. Apparently the whole world is welcome in Siem Reap. I exited the Atlantic, welcome back to Cambodia. Wi-Fi was very nice. So there is something to see here. And happy to be back in a place where feral dogs are a bit scary. Stumbled upon a local Food Panda Gala Awards. Now this is Siem Reap after dark. Look at that alley. This is a good alley. I'm very grateful I took that religion in class. These carvings all have to do with Ramayana or Mahabharata. And I mean, I have some context. The whole temple complex is modeled after Mount Sumeru, which, I mean, I know mostly in a Jain context, but that it is kind of a mountain that's a symbolic link between heavens and the earth. So, I mean, this is trying to represent some form of paradise. And I mean, certainly is a good candidate for it on Earth. The conservation work is impeccable too. Just considering it's monolithic stone, the foundations, well, I mean, there are none. It just is stone. The fact that this is standing after so long, after rediscovery, is pretty fantastic. I mean, of course, in some of the reliefs, you can see damage, and some things are chipped, but still, this feels kind of remarkable that it has stayed in the same state. Just 4 minutes from the main side, there's a very interesting little temple here. It's kind of cool to see the restoration too. Like, the cranes and stuff actually expose a lot of the interior. Kind of get a sense of how it's built. Incessantly loud insects, but I'm at a different temple. I mean, I think it's hard to realize that Angkor is really just a complex of temples rather than the temple itself. So the famous picture is not all that's there. There are many other beautiful Khmer monuments built over hundreds of years in this whole space. Even just cicadas and butterflies here, just so otherworldly. I mean, temples are gorgeous. As soon as you get out of the main temple, it's much less congested. It just feels like a mix between civilization and complete nature. You can see that each of these Buddhas is rested in a stupa. Just the intricacy of the carving is crazy. This is astounding. You find the right halls, just no one here. Even in the supposedly high season. And it's supposed to be the largest religious complex in the world. So it's not shocking that you can get some peace, but wow. I think I just got sold cup noodles for $2, which is kind of a scam, but everything else is more of a scam. I don't know. I am definitely bucking the trend of generous America. I'm trying to give as little money as possible. Not trying, just inadvertently. The true place that deserves our money is Kuwait. I have a friend. Substantially exceeded expectations. Lesson learned. If life takes you to a place on a highway with a lot of overpriced tourist restaurants, find a little cart that has chickens walking around. It will have very good noodles. This is shockingly good for two. I'm quite impressed. I would say this is the only place I've actually gotten real haggles. Some people have the hard sell here. Tuk-tuk riders. Some restaurants. I mean, if you go and ask for a restaurant here, you'll get to a commission one, which is what happened to me. And I avoided by walking about like 50 meters. So like, be wary of that. Yet another beautiful temple to walk around. You can hear the cries of cicadas, birds, some Midwestern tourists. All part of the grand diversity that makes Cambodia, Cambodia. Not sure cicadas are native. Fascinating how 800 years ago they had all these plastic chairs. Seems like there's some convention center happening. Don't know what. It's being set up, I guess. Seriously, the impressive thing is just the scale of this. Just so many of these gorgeous, giant temple complexes where even the entrances you can almost confuse for an attraction in and of themselves. That you get to them and there's just halls and halls and halls. And there are just dozens of these littered around. With smaller temples as well if you walk. Like, it's just insane. This is what I'm saying. Like, this palace, absolutely glorious. Did not notice there is another very large temple in the distance. Like, you can be confused. I just think there's much less than there is here. Just the density. I'll say this one is a bit harder to tell where you can go or not. Like, it seemed like you were not able to climb stairs, but in fact, actually only one of the four was climbable. And monks did it too. Monks can do it, I could do it. It's probably not true, but we're going with it. Some animal cried out in pain for about 5 seconds, and then I heard a loud, predator-sounding growling in the direction of these stairs. Yay. Very steep steps. Not fun. At about the last possible moment, monkey spotted in Cambodia. Still, every country I've been to in Asia, other than Japan, a long time ago, I have seen a monkey. That's a defective monkey, man. Tourists are feeding them too much. Dude, come on. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been punked twice. This is the most impressive building I did not know existed. Sadly, this temple closes at around 5:30, so I won't be able to stay for true sunset. I've just been sitting around here. Wasn't able to go to the Landmine Museum, didn't finish off a lot of things at Phnom Penh, and also, I mean, just spend 2 days here. Like, there are so many temples I missed. And to really have time to wander around each of them and give them real justice takes longer than you would think. Sadly, don't have a ton of time in Cambodia. Tomorrow we'll be crossing the border into Bangkok, and then we'll see from there. Meeting up with a friend there, and generally enjoying being in a large metropolis called Hong Kong, which is always a joy. This is a family-friendly YouTube channel. I'm a family-friendly person. Don't drink. Don't make stupid decisions. Well, I make stupid decisions. Just different types of ones. I'm back in my room. There was a very strange club-like atmosphere at like a pasta kitchen. I have no idea what that's about. Planning my journey to Bangkok. There's a problem that the Sheikh of Kuwait has died. And I think I'm landing on like the second day that businesses are reopened. This is problematic. I'm not sure. Is it problematic? Is everything can be closed? I mean, I feel terrible for people who are affected by this.